Yesterday in the 8th standard syllabus, we in the lesson Ancient Civilization of the World, we have learned about the Egyptian civilization. Today let us go to the next important civilization of the world, that is the Mesopotamian civilization. In that we are going to learn about the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia as well as the law codes of Hammurabi about ziggurat and all. So let us have an important detailed note regarding this Mesopotamian civilization as well as some kind of important tips along regarding this Mesopotamian civilization. Let us have a look at this. Welcome to the Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamia is an area that lies in a valley between two rivers. Many of the places described in the Old Testament can be seen here. The land which inspires awe and fascination is called the land between the rivers or Mesopotamia by the Greeks. The two rivers, Euphrates and Tigris, had made this West Asian barren land very fertile. It was the fertility of this area that attracted the people to it. Since food crops could be grown with little effort, the northern hilly tribes and the southern nomadic tribes of the desert tried to establish control over this area. The rivalry between these tribes led to a number of endless conflict. However, in the midst of this conflict, there emerged a civilization of strong and brave race. The Sumerians were the first one to evolve a system of writing in Mesopotamia. For 30 centuries, all those who entered the fertile valley, Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians and Persians, used the system of writing which was called cuneiform. The central area of this civilization was the southern part of the valley between the Euphrates and the Tigris river. From olden time, this area had been referred to as Babylonia. The northern part of Babylonia was called Akkad and the southern part is Sumer. The northern part of Mesopotamia was known as Assyria. Let's go to the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia. The legendary Hanging Gardens were created on the banks of the river Euphrates. Around 7th century BCE, this was one of the 7 wonders of the old world, but it is surprising to note that the Babylonian cuneiform record, which made a mention of the city, its palaces and its walls are totally silent about the Hanging Gardens. Most of the scholars are of view that King Nebuchadnezzar II was the one who created the gardens. Nebuchadnezzar's wife Amithis was from Maid. It is said that Nebuchadnezzar got the garden built in order to console his wife who was missing the beautiful environment of hills, trees and flowers of her motherland. Some scholars opine that the gardens were created by Assyrian queen Samuramat. In reality, the gardens did not hang in the air. The trees and bushes were grown at different levels or terraced land of the ziggurats. When the branches hung at different levels and swayed, they gave the onlooker an impression of being a hanging garden. The Euphrates provided the water for these gardens. The history of Mesopotamia is a story of endless hatred and conflict. The Sumerians, the hilly tribe from the north, were the first to arrive here. They who used to worship their god on the top of the hill. After coming to the plains, built artificial hills and established their places of worship. There, these were called as ziggurat. So you can see the picture of ziggurat. 2 to 7 levels or steps. They did not know how to build stairs and therefore surrounded them with sloping galleries. The Jews called these the Towers of Babel. The Sumerians had entered Mesopotamia in 4000 BCE. Later they were overpowered by the Akkadians, one of the tribe of the Arabian desert. These are known as Semites. After 1000 years, these Akkadians came to be ruled over the Amorites, another Semitic tribe. The most famous king of Amorites was Hammurabi. He got built a fabulous palace for himself in Babylonia. He framed a code of justice and made Babylonia to the considered the best administered kingdom in the whole of the old world. The Hittites, who came later, occupied the valley and destroyed all that they could not carry away. These Hittites were defeated by the Assyrians, who were the follower of Asura, the desert god. The Assyrians occupied the whole of West Asia and Egypt till about 7th century BCE and collected tax from all the people. They are another Semitic type. The Chaldeans re-established Babylonia in the 7th century BCE and developed it into a prominent capital of that time. Nebuchadnezzar was the greatest king among them. He encouraged the study of science. But the Chaldeans came under the attack of Persians in the 6th century BCE. 200 years later, Alexander transformed this palace of the Semitic people into a Greek province after the rulers of the Romans and Turks who followed Alexander. This civilization declined and turned into a wilderness. Now let us go to the law codes of Hammurabi. The main source of the law codes of Hammurabi are the rock edicts found in 1901 CE. Today this had been kept in the Louvre Museum of Paris. Hammurabi's law enforced the logic of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Hammurabi's law codes are one among the most ancient of the codes available to us. They were probably written to protect the rights of all sections of Babylonian society, especially women and slaves. So these are the very important points regarding the topic, that is Mesopotamian civilization, about the Hanging Garden of Babylonia, Ziggurat, and also the law codes of Hammurabi and all. So in the next class, let us learn about the Chinese civilization. Thank you for watching.